Good afternoon, Class 6. Welcome to today's mathematics lesson. We are in measurements on the subtopic area. And today, we are looking at the units of area and their conversions. So, there are several units of area. We have the square centimeters written that way, square centimeters written that way, square meters written this way, square kilometers written that way, hours and hectares. These four are the ones we learn in primary. In some other stages of learning, you will learn about millimeters, you will learn about acres, but today we look at these ones. And so these are the five units of area. We will not focus so much on square kilometers. That's a large area. We will not look at square kilometers. Our main focus will be on square centimeters, square meters, ares, and hectares. Those are our main focus. Today we are learning from the blackboard. This is a blackboard you are familiar with. I know you're longing for the time you would be in this class. We want to look at the conversion of units of area. Conversion of units of area. Boys and girls, you remember conversion of units of length. You remember conversion of units of length. Where we recited, I'm just checking on the wall just in case I had put those units there, but I know they are in the cupboard, we cannot use them. We had recited Kenya has done much development concerning ministries. This was for length, where we have 100 centimeters making 1 meter. That is for length. This conversion is for the units of length and perimeter. For straight length and perimeter, we can use this one. But this is how we convert the units of area. Now we want to look at the square centimeters into square meters. Conversion from square centimeters into square meters. I have drawn this diagram of a square there. It is 1 meter by 1 meter. You can see that square is 1 meter by 1 meter. The area of that square, of a square, is denoted by length times length, or side times side, side times side. And so the length of this square is 1 meter. And so it's 1 meter multiplied by 1 meter. And the area would become 1 meter squared, or 1 square meter. So the area of this square is 1 square meter. From the units of length, like we did here, from the units of length, 1 meter is equals to 1 centimeter. Remember, this is 1 meter. It's not 1 square meter. This is 1 meter. And this is 100 centimeters, not 100 square centimeters. So this, for the units of length, we don't put square units, right? Thus, the same diagram, we have drawn it here, but now the measurements, we have put them in centimeters instead of meters, because 1 meter is equivalent to 100 centimeters. So instead of 1 meter, we have used 100 centimeters. Look at that, 100 centimeters by 100 centimeters. Now, we want to find the area of the same square. So the area of the square above is length times length, just like we did in this former one. And so here the length is 100 centimeters. So we are multiplying 100 centimeters, equivalent to 1 meter. So 100 multiplied by 100, boys and girls, would be 10,000 square centimeters. 10,000 square centimeters. So we say that area here would be 10,000 square centimeters. Now comparing the area of the square one above, 1 meter square or 1 square meter, and the area of square 10,000 square centimeters, we conclude that 1 square meter equals to 10,000 square centimeters. I want you to look at this and master this. Conversion of area, of units of area. 1 square meter, I repeat, is equal to 10,000 square centimeters. Remember, units of area. And I want to refer you here again. For length, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. That is length. For length and perimeter and circumference, we use this conversion of the units of length. But for area, 1 square meter, look at this. There's a difference. Square meter and a meter. There's a difference. 1 meter and 1 square meter. That means we are squaring. So 1 square meter is equal to 10,000 square centimeters. I hope you have understood that. There are here other conversions of units of area. After knowing the method of getting them, 1 hectare is the same as 10,000 square meters. Mark the units, square meters. 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 square meters. 1 hectare, the same hectare, is equal to 100 acres. 100 acres. I forgot S, sorry, 100 acres. 1 array is equal to 100 square meters. 100 square meters. I want you to master this and be able to remember them and use them. You apply them to solve problems of involving conversion of the units of area. I have 3 examples. I have 3 examples here. The first example is here. Calculate the area of a rectangle whose length is 20 centimeters and width is 10 centimeters. Give your answer in square meters. Give your answer in square meters and not centimeters. And so the first step here, where we have a formula, we write the formula. Area of a rectangle is equal to length multiplied by width. Area of a rectangle is equal to length multiplied by width. And so area here, we would say, is equal to 20 centimeters multiplied by 10 centimeters. Then area, we would say here, would be 200 square centimeters. 200 square centimeters. That is the area of this rectangle in square centimeters. We want our answer in square meters. And so we must convert. Remember, we come to a conversion. 1 square meter is equal to 10,000 square centimeters. 1 square meter is equal to 10,000 square centimeters. So we will reason if 10,000 square centimeters is equivalent to 1 square meter, what about 200 square centimeters? It will be 200 multiplied by 1 all over 10,000. Boys and girls, we cancel the zeros, 2 zeros from there. We remain with 2. When you remain with 2, it's 2 over 100. We cancel the 0 and create a decimal there. Put a 0 there. Cancel the next 0. The decimal moves to the left. And you put a 0 there. So the answer would be 0.02 square meters. 0.02 square meters. The conversion began here. So the first thing to do is to find the area in square centimeters. Then you convert to square meters. So step 1, find the area in square centimeters. Step 2, convert into square meters. I hope you have understood that. Example number 2 is on the manila paper. Example number 2 is on the manila paper. The sides of a rectangle are 10 meters by 84 meters. What is its area in hectares? Let's imagine this is the rectangle. I'm drawing with freehand. Boys and girls, allow me to do that. 100 meters and 84 meters. Then they want us to find the area in hectares. So step number 1, like here, is to find the area in the units provided. Area of a rectangle is denoted by length times width. Area of a rectangle is denoted by length times width. And so here area will be the length of 100 meters multiplied the width of 84 meters. And so the area would be 8,400 square meters. 8,400 square meters. Remember that's step 1. Step 2, we convert. We go back to our conversion. How many square meters make 1 hectare? We come here. Boys and girls, 1 hectare equals to 10,000 square meters. And so we use it here. If, we say if 10,000 square meters equals to 1 hectare, what about 8,400 square meters? That would be 8,400 multiplied by 1 all over 10,000. 0 goes with that 0, this 0 with that 0. And so we have 84 over 100. Remember, these are hectares. Always remember that those are hectares. And so that 0, when we cancel the 0, we'll create a decimal there. We cancel the next 0. It moves the decimal to the left side. And we write there a 0. So the answer would be 0.84 hectares. That is the area of that in hectares. Remember again, 2 steps. First of all, find the area in the units provided on the diagram. And then after finding the area, you convert it to the required units. I hope you have understood. Example number 3 is here on this orange manila paper. Find the length marked Y in the figure below. Given the area 0.48 hectares. So we are finding that length. We don't want to find the area. Now, the area is in hectares. The units, the length is in meters. And so our first step is to convert the area from hectares into meters, square meters. And so we say if 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 square meters, what about 0.48 hectares? That will be 0.48 multiplied by 10,000. square meters. And so we will say 48 over 100, you convert this decimal as a fraction over 100 times 10,000. These two zeros will go with those two zeros. So the answer here would be 48,000 square meters. That is the area. Now the area, we have converted the area from hectares to square meters. Then after converting, now we can find the side Y. Now, length times width equals to area. So length we have 80 meters. Width we don't know, it is Y. And so, and our area in square meters is 48,000 square centimeters. And so we divide both sides by 80, by 81, by 81. Alright? 0 goes with 0. By 81, 8 into 48, 6 times. Then we carry the zeros there. So Y is equal to 600 meters. Y is equal to 600 meters. I hope you have understood. So remember again, this sum has two steps. First of all, we convert the area from hectares to square meters. Hectares to square meters. Then from there, we find the width using the formula of finding the area of a rectangle. And that's how we have come to that. Now, boys and girls, I hope you have understood. And I know by the end of the day, you will be able to do some sums that I want to give to you today. Now, in your primary mathematics again, I want us to look at exercise 83. Exercise 83 on page 119. Exercise 83, boys and girls, is there. From that page, number 1 up to number 7. Please attempt those questions and do not hesitate to ask. Do not hesitate to ask where you have a problem. Please post those problems on the WhatsApp and I will be able to tackle them for you. Thank you for listening and have a good afternoon.